You probably didn't click on this video because you're lazy, quite the opposite. You clicked because you've already been trying so hard. You forced yourself to wake up early, force yourself off your phone, force yourself to be disciplined starting today. And then on day 4 or day 7, you fell apart again. And then you call yourself a failure. I knew it, I just can't do this. Stop. This time don't blame yourself yet. I fell apart the exact same way, over and over. And today I want to tell you something. The problem was never you. It's the word discipline itself. Let's get this straight first. This channel doesn't sell supplements, doesn't serve empty motivation, and won't scare you into anything. I'm not going to hand you an even harsher schedule, and I'm definitely not going to say you just don't want it badly enough. What I'm doing today is a bit backwards. I want to talk you out of trying to be disciplined. Hear me out, and you'll finally get to breathe. Here's the story you've heard your whole life. Successful people are all disciplined. Control yourself, force yourself, grit your teeth through it, and you win. Discipline sets you free. A disciplined life feels like cheat codes. You've definitely scrolled past those lines, and every single time you felt a little more guilty. Sounds inspiring, right? But it leaves out the one thing that actually matters. The human brain is wired by nature to resist being forced. Evolutionary psychology has a term for it: psychological reactance. The moment you command yourself with must or should, your brain doesn't just obediently comply. It quietly flags the command as a threat and instinctively fights back. So the harder you push, the more it dodges. You use willpower to force it down, and it just bounces back somewhere else. You said you'd only watch for 10 minutes and ended up scrolling for 2 hours. You hold back all day and then binge revenge all night. You didn't lose to laziness. You lost a tug of war against yourself. And in a tug of war like that, even the side that wins ends up collapsed on the ground. Let's go one layer deeper. Why does forcing it never last? Because willpower isn't a personality trait. It's more like a battery, and it runs out. In the morning, you use willpower to force yourself out of bed. At noon, you force yourself to skip the bubble tea. In the afternoon, you force yourself off your phone. By nighttime, the battery's empty, and right when you're least guarded, you completely collapse. After the collapse, the shame kicks in, and you start attacking yourself. Why am I like this again? I really am useless. And shame is one of the most energy-draining emotions there is. So you fall into a loop. Force yourself, drain the battery, break down, feel ashamed, have even less energy, and break down even more easily next time. The problem was never that you weren't tough enough. It's that this method itself is what's draining your battery. So what do people who actually get things done rely on? Not stronger willpower, lower resistance. I call it the slope law. Stop forcing yourself uphill and find a way to turn the task into a downhill slide instead. Start by flipping your so-called flaws around. You think you have a short attention span. Really, you just start things fast and just need a smaller first step. You think you can't put your phone down, so put the book you want to read on top of it and let convenience work for you instead of against you. You think you have no self-control, so stop testing your self-control at all. Move the bubble tea out of the house. Put your running shoes by the bed. See it now? You don't need to become a different person at all. You just need to redesign your environment. And then the real magic shows up, the flywheel. You finish one small thing, feel a little hit of satisfaction. Your brain says, let's do that again. And you're more willing to do the next one. And it works too. With willpower, you're docking points from yourself every single day. With the slope, you're quietly banking points for yourself every day. Other people think you're disciplined. Really, you're just not working nearly as hard as they think. Let me tell you an embarrassing story of my own. For a while, I copied a top performer's schedule. Wake up at 5 a.m., cold shower, morning journal, an hour of meditation. The moment I taped it to my wall, I felt like I'd already succeeded. I lasted 3 days. On day 4, the alarm went off and I just turned it off, slept 2 more hours, woke up drowning in guilt, and got nothing done all day. What was wrong with that schedule? Nothing. It just wasn't mine. It was built for someone who's naturally an early riser, and I am a through-and-through night owl. I'd taken someone else's downhill slide and turned it into my own uphill climb. Later, I changed exactly one thing. I stopped fighting the mornings and moved the most important task to the night when I was already at my sharpest anyway. That one small shift with my own grain, and I kept it up for most of a year. See what happened? I didn't become more disciplined. I just stopped fighting my own nature. Of course, I know what you're thinking, but some people really do succeed by just forcing themselves. True, they exist. There really are people who power straight through on sheer iron willpower. I'm not denying that. But think about it calmly. The people around you who burned out, gave up, and started hating themselves Weren't they all walking that exact same force-it-through path? A tiny handful of people can win through sheer brute force. That doesn't mean brute force is the answer for most people. You don't need to become the exception. You need to find your own downhill slide. Someone will also say, isn't this just making excuses, just indulging yourself? It's not the same. Indulging means doing nothing at all. The slope still gets things done. It just stops torturing you while you do it. So don't rush to set another huge goal tomorrow. Tonight, just do one single thing. Pick the one task you keep forcing yourself to do and keep failing at. Then ask yourself one question. How can I make this just a little bit easier? Put your running shoes by the door, move the charger to the living room, put that book on your pillow. Just one small move, don't overdo it. This isn't laziness. This is finally standing on your own side. Stop forcing yourself to be disciplined. Discipline isn't grinding yourself against the ground over and over. Discipline is finally standing on the side the wind is blowing. The real experts aren't better at enduring pain than you. They're just better at not making things hard for themselves. Starting today, the goal isn't to be tougher on yourself. It's to look back and ask, which one thing could I actually make a little easier? I'm Matchstick. See you at the next match.